Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Group 6 and we will present about biological control of weeds. Before we start our topic today, let me introduce my friend. First is me, Lutfina Darista with student ID 132, Rizkia Huba Nabila Salma with student ID 136, Zaskiel Aldi with student ID 198, and Rumampu Yunita with student ID 199. So we have 6 contents in our topic today. First is introduction. Second is biological control of weeds using insect, using nematodes, using fungi, bacteria, and allelopathy. Introduction. Weeds are an integral part of an agricultural system, but weeds are also one of the main biological constraints or limiting factors in the production process. Weeds are defined as plants that grow inappropriately, unwanted plants, or plants that can be harmful because this plant will become the main competitors for cultivated plants, which can also be host or certain pests like insects and diseases that can damage and harm plants. Competition between weeds and cultivated plants can occur at any time. As a result of this competition, it can cause losses for cultivated plants because some of the nutrients are absorbed by weeds, so that plant lacks of nutrients and cause a decrease in plant productivity. We have characteristic of weeds. First is grow fast, competitive, high tolerance for extreme environmental condition, high breeding power, and dormancy system at unfavorable conditions. Biological control of weeds is the use of natural enemies or living organisms other than humans to reduce weed population. The living organism that can be used as biological weed control, again, such as insect, plant pathogens, including fungi, bacteria, and virus, nematodes, and even other plants. There are advantage and disadvantage of biological weed control. For the advantage, there are relatively inexpensive control method, natural control method that safe for the environmental and human health and doesn't encourage the occurrence of pests, plant disease pathogens, or weeds that are able to adapt to resist or withstand attack as can occur in chemical control. For disadvantage, there are investment in capital for the development of biological control, which requires a relatively large amount of cost and other resources. This control also takes a long time to see result, and the environment is very influential in the success of biological agent in the field.
Okay, the next topic is biological control of weeds using insects. Biological weeds control using insects. Competition that occurs between weeds and cultivated plants will be detrimental to plants that have already produced, but are more detrimental if the plants are young and immature. Not wanting to lose yields requires farmers to control the weed in various ways. To overcome this, it's necessary to have a control that is cheap and environmentally friendly, able to suppress weed growth, and doesn't cause residues to the surrounding environment, one of which is biological control using insects. Insects kill plants by depleting their food reservoirs or sometimes by destroying plant parts or weeds that play a role in photosynthesis. The number of insects required for control is influenced by the size of the insect, the mode of attack, and whether it plays the role in the transfer or vector pathogen. The factors that influence the success of biological weed control with insects are the selection of insects as enemy agents, weed aggressiveness, climatic conditions, and plant competition around. Examples of weed control using insects, there are control of weed Salvina molesta using the snout beetle, Cyptopagus salviniae, control of cactus weeds with wax epid insects, Dactylopius opuntiae, Chromonlaena odorata with weeds control using Areochaetes pseudoinsulata insect. And then the next topic is biological control of weeds using nematodes. Nematodes are classified under the Nematode phylum, which forms part of the Asdissozoa superphylum from the Greek asdisis and zoo. Most of them are shade-free and feed essentially on bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and other nematodes, and only a minority parasites, animals, and plants. Nematodes are microscopic, unsegmented roundworms that live in water or soil. They can injure plants by sucking plants' juice through hollow, scar-like mouthparts. Nematode feeding lowers natural plant resistance, results in gall formation, reduces plant vigor and yield, and allows easy entrance for fungi and bacteria. All plant parasitic nematodes reproduce by laying eggs. Nematodes generally require several years to build up damaging populations in the soil. They are easily spread by moving infested soil, plant parts, or contaminated objects. Identification of nematodes is difficult and must be done in a laboratory equipped with extraction equipment and microscopes. The utilization of plant parasitic nematodes for the biological control of weeds is newer and less proven than the insect nematode biological control strategies. All schemes involving the control of weeds by nematode agents center on the application of foliar gall forming types. And the example, there are controlling Raponticum repens using Subaguina praesidis as nematodes, application of suspension of nematode larvae and water in autumn and spring proved to be particularly successful in perennial grass crops, alfalfa. Measuring of nematodes and gall collections performed on special plots among crops. The second is controlling Solanum eleagnifolium using Dithylenchus pilobius as nematodes. Inoculation led to rapid spread of nematodes, which resulted in reduced plant biomass and density. Nematode activity depends on moist conditions, and this weed species and its agent are native to the USA. And then the last example, controlling Eleusin coracana using Heterodera delphi as a natural enemies or nematodes.
The next topic is biological control of weeds using fungi. Biological control of weeds using fungi. Weed biocontrol, especially by using plant pathogenic fungi, has recently received serious attention from research in development countries. Because in addition to being quite effective as chemical control, it also has very small negative side effect on the environment. The use of plant pathogenic fungi has received considerable attention because it is quite effective as a herbicide and is also commercially feasible, as shown by several products that have been circulating in the market, such as Calego, Define, and Luboa, and Biomal. Example from fungi. The first one is Define. Define is the first type of mycoherbicide. The fungal organism Phytophthora palmivora is a facultative parasite that causes root death and collar root of its host plant. Renia adoprata, the main weed of citrus plants, and can survive in the soil as a saprophyte, so that it can play a longer role. The second example is Collego development from the fungus Coletotisum gliosporiades is a facultative saprophyte that usually causes stem cancer and harmless in natural. However, this fungus can cause stem death. The last one example is Aesynomene virginica biome, containing spores of Coletotrichum gliosporiades. Malvae biomal is used to control Malva pusillus round leaf mallow in Canada and the USA. Biological control of biological control of which use bacteria. Bacteria are commonly found one called organisms that can be seen only with high-powered microscopes. Bacteria reproduce rapidly, so example cell division and other plant tissues through wounds or natural openings in the plants. Once inside, they multiply rapidly, causing cells that abnormal plant growth or tissues breakdown. Bacteria are spared effectively by cultivation, rain, flowing water, wind, dust, and transport of diseased plant material. A number of bacteria have also been investigated as potential biological with control against. Biological with control using bacteria has been suggested to have several advantages over the use of fungi, including more rapid growth of the bioherbicide against relatively simple propagation recruitment and high suitability for genetic modification through either mutagenesis or gen transfer. Example, Pseudomonas fluorescens has received much of the attention as a biological with control. Again, there are many strains of this species, some of which are beneficial to plants, whereas others are inhibitory. Among studies into the superpassive effects of Pseudomonas fluorescens, 3 strains have been investigated in especially great detail, all of which have been observed to inhibit plant growth and or germination through the production of extracellular metabolism. The second is the other bacteria species that has received much of the attention as a condition biological with control again is Xanthomonas campestris. The activity of this species is specific to Poa annua and Poa attenuata and was not reported to affect other turf species. A separate strain of X. campestris has also received attention as a potential control against horseweed.
The next is biological control of weeds using allelopathy. Allelopathy is a mechanism of direct or indirect interaction between plants as donors and other plants or microorganisms as targets through the production and release of secondary metabolites called allelochemicals. The mechanism of growth inhibition by allelochemicals is very similar to the mechanism of inhibition by synthetic herbicides, thus allowing the use of allelochemicals as bioherbicides. Several studies have shown that allelochemicals from plant extract at certain concentration can reduce germination and growth of weeds and cultivated plants. Some of the evidence is, first, water extract from stems, roots, and leaves of Harendang bulu weeds at a concentration at 5% could reduce seed germination and early growth of radish and broccoli. The second is ethanol extract of katapang leaves at a concentration of 50% can reduce the growth of the kikres. And the last is water extract of Pilia microphylla with a concentration of 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100% increased superoxide content, germination rate but decreased root length, hypocotyl, wet wick, dry wick, and leaf color of mustard greens. And that's all the material that we convey. If there is something wrong or lacking, we apologize. And if you have any question for our material, you can ask us via Spada. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.